students, I learned that on this campus here in Corpus Christi, that many people are interested in biology, marine biology, and what I would plan to do is talk about life and the search for life in the universe and what parameters we use to think about what is alive and what ingredients would comprise life as we know it and life as we don't know it. So I'm just going to celebrate biology through the lens of an astrophysicist. Because as we look for life in the universe, we have to ask, what would that life be like? And what can we learn from the biosphere here on Earth that could give us insight in the search for life in the universe? So that's why. And there's a whole field which doesn't have data yet, but we expect one day it might, and it's called exobiology. This would be the biology of life forms thriving on planets that are not Earth. And I would suspect, I don't know for sure, but if you're interested in biology at all, be it marine biology or human biology or whatever else, that you might be intrigued by how the astrophysicist thinks about biology. Texas as a state is a major player in the space program, having, Johnson Space Center is in Houston, and that's the seat of the manned program, is right there in Houston. Kennedy gave his famous speech in Texas to get us back to the moon. And so Texas has a relationship to space that most other states don't. And so I felt it would be appropriate to sort of profile how we used to think about going into space and how that has changed over the years, and also speak of the value of having space as an ambition, which can serve to motivate people to want to enter and stay in the STEM fields. And even if you don't go into the STEM fields, it can motivate you to think positively about STEM fields and support them in one way or another, even if you yourself are not a STEM professional.
And after your talks, what's the reaction that you get from people? Do you feel like you're motivating them?
Oh yeah, well I like it if I get a standing ovation. That's people. They don't always give a standing ovation. I think it's easier to get a standing ovation lately than in the old days.
Oh really?
In the old days, it had to be, it had to be once in a lifetime kind of thing. But if they stand up and applaud, then I know I've reached them. And that's a good feeling that the energy I invested in communicating ideas and thoughts and mission plans is received on that level. So that's my indication.